rap on the beat. Niggas always talking shit, but I ain't never seen no meat from them. Niggas always talking shit, I ain't never seen your meat, nigga. Alright. Alright, now Pookie lean, bow. Now Pookie lean, bow. Now Pookie lean, bow. Now Pookie lean, bow, bow. Alright, y'all. I don't watch some of this already. 8 minutes, clearly. So this is about Mexican OT. Now, here's what I will do. I'll go back here.
At certain cities, you can't perform it no more because niggas love you got that sight, you know, but there was a black dude this time, bro.
I feel like I can say it, but not because of that, and I'm gonna tell you why. There's a whole world behind me. You don't agree? Yeah.
No, T. We have mutual friends.
You know, yeah.
My
that just
as an N-word.
I'm not fucking mad.
Identify.
You know what's up?
Well, you're black. I'm saying.
What the f you gonna do about it? You know.
Asking them to identify where the black men are in the room, so you could say, "Well, what are they gonna do about it?" Bro, that energy is crazy. That's like a crazy.
Okay, I think it is crazy energy, but I wouldn't trip. Like, I mean, not like that. Like, it rubs me the wrong way, but I wouldn't care that much. It does rub me the wrong way, but like at the end of the day gonna end. You feel me? White people say it all the time, gang. You know, they still lynch and do all this crazy stuff to black folk. So it's like, you know how many, and that's also like, you know how many Mexican people I know personally that say nigga? It's like, I'll be trying to get everybody to stop saying they got that. You know what I'm saying? I'll be trying to fight everybody if it's that deep. And it is to certain people. To me, I just find it like a problem when niggas go, what you gonna do about it? It's like, first off, fuck you, okay? We supposed to be friends. You saying our word. That's what I'm getting at. We supposed to be homies, nigga. And you saying our word. You saying my word right now, gang. And you go come look at me talk about something. What you gonna do about it? Nigga, what? I thought we was friends. I thought we was all, if you be, fuck you. That's how I feel now. fuck you. And now I should have free range to call you a beaner. That's just me personally. You call me a nigga, I'll call you a beaner. I think that's fair. Why not? I ain't call you no wetback. I ain't call you no other shit. I feel like beaner is on the table. I feel like it should be if you say a nigga, me personally.
Energy. Regardless of where you lay.
Oh, but let me go back. Let me go to where I was at though. But yeah, that's the part, and then we're gonna finish the reaction.
You don't agree with what the fuck I'm saying? Like, there's.
I have a question. I'm gonna let you finish though.
There's a whole.
And then her gang, look.
So that's why I don't think I can get canceled. You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't agree with what the fuck I'm saying, like there's.
I have a question. I'm gonna let you finish though.
She's so smiley after this nigga just said, "What the fuck niggas gonna do about me saying the N-word?" Huh? What? Excuse me? Why is you happy? Me personally, I would have Rosa parked his ass. No, you can't say that shit, nigga. Fuck is you saying that shit for? Huh? You can't say it like that. You can't say the word and then be like, fuck you gonna do about it. That's crazy, gang. I ain't gonna lie. That's wild.
There's a whole world that is behind me. And not only is there a whole world behind me, it's so fearlessly me that you have no choice but to respect it.
He's correct in the sense of you can't break what you didn't make. You can't cancel someone if you're not their demographic.
That's true.
If I'm a rap star, a country fan can't cancel me. They're not listening to me anyways.
Yeah.
But this is where Mexican OT has to be careful because
Hold on, chat. Gang, I need a car, gang. Like, this shit is annoying, bro.
I feel like he's incorrect with his case. He's a rapper. He's within hip hop. Hip hop, for the most part, is black culture. You have black people who enjoy Mexican.
Yeah, but what percentage of Mexican OT's fan base are black? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And not just black, but the kind of black people that would be bothered by this.
Right.
I would say probably a very small percentage.
His music. So if you're in his situation, pissing off black folks and say, I'm not concerned. All right, they're not my demographic. That's not really gonna bode well, because the worst thing a rapper can ever be labeled, especially if you're not black, is like a toxic culture vulture, right? Is when they label you in like the same breath as like Slim Jesus or as like Post Malone. Like you don't want to be listed or named in that category, because it never bodes well, right? Like it never ends well. You don't go from being super liked to now everything you do is being critiqued. Now everything you say.
Now, should Mexicans and Latinos and shit like that, should they say nigga? Personally, I don't believe you should. I don't think it is in good taste in the context of the history of black people.
I agree.
Like,
I ain't gonna lie, Don. I agree, gang, because it's like, why do you get to say that? You know, and it's also like, if we such sticklers on white folk and any other race saying it, why should you be able to say it, gang? And then we let y'all say it, and then you go and say what the fuck you gonna do about fuck you, nigga. I ain't gonna lie. It's really, like, I ain't gonna lie, the world is crazy. America is wild, gang.
It's really, to me, when I hear a Latino say it, I don't get offended. I just think you don't really understand the history of this word.
Yeah, you just saying it 'cause
you wouldn't
it's cool.
say it. You would know it's not for you.
Right.
You would know why it's not for you.
Right, you just saying it because it's cool.
But,
you saying it because everybody
so
else
that's
is saying
my
it.
2 cents on that situation. Do I think they should? I don't think they should. I don't think it's in good taste. But I think a lot of it, it's not coming from like a hateful place or anything like that. It's purely people are ignorant. Young people today from different backgrounds, they're ignorant of the history of this word, the weight of this word, where the power that this word came from. And, you know what I'm saying? They just see it as like saying bro, you know what I'm saying?
Get a quick little streaming.
Twin.
I'm gonna speed this up. I'm gonna speed this up right quick because I gotta be somewhere in a few, so I just want to get some clips.
It as the same. And so
As hell for saying
my 2 cents on that situation. Do I think they should? I don't think they should. I don't think it's in good taste. But I think a lot of people are where the power that this word came from. And, you know what I'm saying? They just see it as like saying bro, you know what I'm saying? Gang, twin. They see it as the same. And so that's why they use it like that.
Is being put under a microscope. Now people is just going out of their way to call you a culture vulture and to hate on you. Which is why I believe this interview here was a mistake, or exactly what he said was a mistake. Now, rappers have tried to come to his defense, like Sauce Walker, but when Sauce Walker tried to come to his defense, bro, Sauce Walker just made things 100% worse.
oh, hey man, say man, I be trying my best to stay out of
Oh,
subjects
so
like
Sauce
this
Walker
and
came
rant
to
like
his
I used to,
defense.
But this one really be bothering me. Mexicans, Hispanic people, and the word, and people using the word, they're of Latin descent, specifically. Mother said, I sound dumb as hell for saying, to say that a Mexican or Hispanic person can't say, use the word in fellowship is like saying Mexicans telling us we can't eat a taco. We can't eat tacos. The comments
Nah,
Now, that's
gang.
It's another reality. Oh, there are a lot of black people who also don't understand the history of
Like,
this word.
what the world? What the freak? Heck no. Sauce Walker, you tripping, gang. What? Talk about eat a taco. Nigga is not like, saying nigga is not like eating a taco. First off, that was crazy racist, gang. So you think all Mexicans just eat tacos every day? You know, because black people say nigga in, like, it's in our vocabulary. You feel me? Gang. Mexicans just don't eat tacos like they say hola or they say buenos dias, nigga. I don't know, but it's not the same as speaking. Yo, that was crazy.
Why it's so charged, why it's so energetically charged. No, nigga, that's not the fucking same at all.
Not.
compare.
I hate, yeah,
derogatory racial
yeah,
words
okay, I
to
understand.
food.
I get it, kind
Racially
of.
disrespect
Okay.
the white person. What do you call him? What is a
What is this
food?
nigga saying?
Dumbass.
I'm
He said
lost,
Keebler.
actually.
He said Keebler.
I thought I knew what he was saying. It appears that I didn't. I'm lost.
What do people call Mexicans when they be disrespecting them? Tacos, burritos.
What? 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 You just loud and wrong, bro. Imagine just being this loud and this wrong on internet, and you got thousands and thousands of followers just to hear how wrong you are. That is crazy. I couldn't eat. That's crazy.
What? I have never, ever, in my over 15 years of living in America, and I've always lived around Latinos and Latinas. You know, I went from Florida to California to Texas. A lot of Spanish people, Hispanic people all over the place.
Yeah.
Never once have I ever heard, hey, fuck you, taco.
What?
That fucking burrito, man.
Exactly. Literally, this guy says it right here. Beano white back to the aliens. That's literally their. Those are their words. Those are y'all slurs. Like I said, I feel like a fair trade is us saying beaners. That's the fairest trade of all time. You feel me? If you get to say nigga, I get to call you a beaner. Cause it's like, what's the trade-off? Gang, I don't get to call you nothing. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Nigga. My beaner?
I've never heard that before. I've never once heard that.
Wet food, disrespectful, bitch. Racism is racism no matter how you put it. And if we're gonna talk about it,
watch how they, and when I say they, y'all know who I'm talking about. Watch how they have an incapability of defending their Mexican homies or their Spanish homie right to say the N-word without tearing down black folks.
Yeah.
Sauce Walker, I guess the immediate go-to is to talk about how trash black folks are, or how trash, you know, like we are, or how we ain't ish. That's the go-to, I guess, when defending somebody who wants to say.
I ain't gonna lie, this nigga Poetic Flacco ugly as shit. No bullshit. I can't even hold this shit back. And my question is, how you always stuttering on like other people's platform, but in your own little shit, I ain't never heard you stutter once. Nigga, are you faking the stuttering? Like, this is a crazy freeze frame. This nigga look like a Barney mixed with somebody else. You know, this nigga look like the fucking... Bro, hold on, bro. This nigga look like this one nigga, bro. I used to watch when niggas was, like, little, bro. Bro, he was like a sloth. Big-ass sloth, bro. Big-ass sloth. Like, reading, like, bedtime stories in a tree kid show. Big-ass sloth kid show, nigga. No. This fucking nigga, a big world, my nigga. A big world, nigga. Hold on. Hell no. This nigga right here, gang. This nigga right here, gang. It's like, bro. Bro, it's like, no. It's like, bro, like, gang. You feel me? It's like, gang, like, gang, you, I ain't gonna fake you is ugly. This nigga is ugly.
Edward, why
this nigga is crazy.
Like,
oh my
saying the
god.
N-word is like eating tacos. Mexicans are called tacos, so when you eat tacos, you're disrespecting them. But they allow you to eat the tacos.
I don't even know if that's what he was saying.
I don't think that was what he was saying either, Flacco.
He knows what he was saying.
So you should allow them to eat the N-word.
the most disrespectful racist mother on earth. We hate ourselves more than we hate anybody.
All right, bro. And that's the justification. All right, so if that's true, we hate ourselves. So we should just let everyone just call us anything in the book. This is the, oh my God, Sauce Walker gang. Like, you just need a book, bro. My people will perish for a lack of knowledge. Gang.
Bro, the Coon OS is just built so deeply into this fucking what?
I'm saying, gang.
How, what?
I'm saying, gang.
Bro, steal from, don't support, don't help other. See 10 in the middle of the street, mother getting ate by a mother grizzly bear and keep running. A white person to jump out and try to fight a Mexican and try to stab him. Put out their phone and record you die and suffer for views. What you have?
So like what? It's like, gang, you can see the self-hatred. No bullshit. Brother, you don't love yourself, nigga? Nigga, you don't love yourself? God damn.
The audacity to say that Hispanic people shouldn't say the word.
So it seems like this is what he's saying. Hispanic people can say the N-word because black people are inconsiderate, we dumb, and we hate ourselves. Like, what? Am I getting this right? What the what? I ain't gonna lie,
The
bro.
reason Hispanic people and no other race for that matter, Arab, brown people, why they shouldn't say the word niggas because they don't have, that's not in their history. They don't have the history of being fucking chattel slaves. Like that's not, they are not living in a world where their ancestors, they're the descendants of niggers. Oh, I can't say that on
Yeah, you can't.
Twitch, can I? Oh shit, fuck. I'm black. I'm saying this for educational. They're not in, you know what I'm saying? They're not descendants of people who that was their reality, where they were second-class citizens as a result of the fact that they are descendants of sub-Saharan Africans that were brought here against their will and then forced to work and enrich this country. And then after being freed from that.
Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Oh, chat. Hold on, chat. Hold on, chat. We got to see something. Hold on, chat. Gang. Hold on, chat. Hold on. Is this real? Oh, it is real.
That kick to the temple is gonna drop anyone.
All right. Well, chat, look, gang. I'm gonna try to. Chat. I slick do want to watch wrestling right now, but I could wait till later because I know they're gonna, drop the whoop anyway. But I get spoiled, right? I will get spoiled on the winners of, and what happens on. Actually, I don't give a fuck.
Bondage were then still being oppressed by laws and rules and regulations that made it damn near impossible for them to build any wealth. And then that continuing in one form or another all the way until the 1960s. And so when black people call one another nigga, at least when the term started, when this started, right? It's like, it's acknowledging a shared experience that they have with one another. When you're an Arab and you're literally like a third generation person because your grandfather immigrated here. None of that, the wealth being trapped, being descendants of people who were not given access to education.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people don't understand that. That's why I keep saying my people will perish for lack of knowledge, gang. It's like, it's not just slavery. It wasn't just Jim Crow. It wasn't just sharecropping. It wasn't just none of that. It was all of it. It was all of it combined for years. What? And we just posted, like, I just don't, I wish people can really just hear this. But even if they would, I feel like the prejudiceness would just override it. Because you know how many times I say this to people? And it's like, oh, but black people can just get up and, how could black people get up and do anything, right? If they don't believe it, my nigga? If they're surrounded by not believing it. Everyone around them don't believe it. And you want this nigga to be like, what the fuck? I don't understand that. I feel like, man.
Sources, and so you having that handicap in life, none of that is a part of your reality. You feel me? And so when two black people call one another nigga in this country, they're acknowledging, and it's not so much the case now, obviously, as things have progressed and opportunities have opened up for more people. It's becoming less and less the case, and I think that's why more and more people are becoming disconnected with why that word is not it's not proper, it's not, you know what I'm saying, it's not an educated position to think that there's nothing wrong with you saying that word even if you're not black. There's a shared ancestral trauma, I suppose we could say, amongst black people, both spiritually but also materialistically, right? The average black person is born into less wealth than the average white person because of slavery.
Yeah.
When they were going to the best schools that were available to them 100, 200, 300 years ago, black people weren't allowed to go to those schools. I mean, you go back 300 years ago, many places, not 300 years ago were niggas allowed to read. You know, I guess it depends what fucking state you're in.
That's what I'm trying to say, bro. Ah! Sorry about that. That's what I'm trying to say, gang. It's like, what? This nigga, who the fuck? Did someone say that in the chat? We gotta go back. He goes, none of y'all niggas were slaves. Okay, I see now. And then that's when niggas are like, that's not the point. We don't have to be slaves to know the history of it. And that's the point right there. But it's like, I feel like, this is what I feel like, gang. Why do I have to shut up about this shit? Y'all want me to shut up so bad. I really feel like niggas just want, I really feel like people just want black people to shut up about all the stuff black people went through. And it's like, why? Why? Why can't y'all just take accountability? Y'all did it for years and years. And there's really no justification for it. You can't even give us a reason why y'all was doing the stuff y'all was doing. Like, y'all just did it. That's my thing. No one, y'all can't even, why was y'all doing the stuff y'all was doing? What's the point? What was the point of it? You feel me? What was the point of it? And we get to this point where we get niggas like this saying, well, black people are stupid anyways. I ain't gonna lie, the plan worked. The trick worked, gang. Cause what? What the fuck? This nigga Sauce Walker just sat here and explained why Mexicans and Mexicans can say the N-word because black people are inconsiderate, we're stupid, and yeah, what? And we don't love ourselves. What the fuck? That's the reason? Niggas.
They were going to the best schools that.
Oh gosh darn it, man.
Were available to them 100, 200.
Wrong side.
200, 300 years ago. Black people weren't allowed to go to those schools. I mean, you go back 300 years ago, many places, not 300 years ago were niggas allowed to read. You know, it just...
Let's ask, bro. There's only one way to find out, bro. Destin. Oh my gosh, Destin. 300 years ago. Were niggas allowed $300 years ago, around 1725, most black people in America were enslaved, especially in places in the United States, the Caribbean, and South America. Enslaved black people were generally not allowed to read and write. Wow. So, 300 years ago. Fuck you, man. Oh my gosh.
I guess it depends what fucking state you're in. You know what I'm saying? But that's the point. That's why that word is so unique in that way.
The word has already been converted into a word of love, a word of companionship, a word of brotherhood, fellowship. It's not been a derogatory racist word in so long. Yes, coming out of a certain white person's mouth in a certain way, yes, man, feel more disrespected than for a white person calling you a boy. So at the end of the, like, on some real shit, Y'all be doing that shit for the internet, and I hate this shit, bro, because y'all don't really give a about. That's the part that irks my soul the most. And then, hey, how disrespect the Asian person? What they call them? Fried rice, egg, same shit. You know?
What? So I just think Sauce Walker is just ignorant. That's what I'm gonna say. Sauce Walker is ignorant and he don't know, gang. Oh my god. So we just call Asian people egg rolls. Bro, I ain't gonna lie, Sauce Walker, shut the fuck up.
Don't ever say that comparing it to food is not the
I've
same.
never heard that before. Again, the whole
I'm getting rage baited. I have to skip that. I have to skip it, gang. I'm getting fucking rage baited right now.
not coon, bro. You don't got to coon to, you know what I'm saying? It ain't got no hate about it. It's about educating people. And again, I don't give a fuck, me personally. I got better things to worry about than what other people
No bullshit. Like, it's not gonna be on my head, but it's like, since we talking about it, we talking about it. No bullshit.
want to say, what words other people want to use. I don't care. I'm just saying I understand. It's not just fucking theater. It's not just fucking.
It's not just a
black
word.
people crying about shit for no reason.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
an actual legitimate
reason why niggas
that
are
is founded in history.
Yes.
Understanding.
I
the
fuck with this
context in
nigga
which
Don,
country
bro. This
was
nigga
founded.
Don know
As-
this nigga Don know what he talking about. I ain't gonna lie, but you do have a lot of ignorant like people in your like
to why it's not cool, right? But it's I don't personally give a fuck. I got better shit to worry about.
Your show is gonna be empty in Texas. I mean, that's just a fact. That's just a fact. Now, I'm not saying like he's wrong for the thoughts that he believes that people of color can say the N-word. I guess if that's your philosophy, you have a right to have it. But what you don't have a right to do is tearing down black folks to defend a Hispanic man's right to say the N-word.
Oh God,
that's just absurd to me.
That was
to me,
crazy.
That's lunacy. That's crazy. That's insane. Why? To sell some records, I guess. Now, Sauce Walker actually made things worse for Mexican OT because all this did was highlight it, create more of a media storm, and people just had a more vitriol reaction to Mexican OT once they realized that there were black folks defending him for saying the N-word.
Mm-hmm.
Here are a couple of tweets. If you're visually impaired,
All right, it said,
you can skip
okay, what the fuck, bitch?
saying the N-word.
The fuck, you not gonna read it to me?
Here are a couple of
It said Mexico Tea is the perfect example why black people gotta gatekeep the culture because they'll profit off of it and disrespect
if
it
you're
at the
visually
same
impaired,
time.
you can skip.
Races like Mexican OT are the worst because despite how blatant it is, they are never fully accommodated. Oh, Destin, you can't read! Condemned. Sorry. Racists like Mexican OT are the worst because despite how blatant it is, they are never fully condemned as long as enough black people make space for them. But it's like at the same time, I feel it though. Like I don't really care. Like I ain't gonna be the nigga to be like, I ain't gonna be like, I ain't gonna be the nigga to be like no. But I like he said, I understand it. Like I just don't like it when niggas when motherfucking Mexicans do that. Oh, what you gonna do about this shit? It's like, shut the fuck up. Fuck you, bro. Like, why are you having a power trip over a word, nigga? You having a power trip over a fucking word right now. Are we serious? Niggas having a power trip over a word. What the fuck are you gonna do about it? A word? Man, fuck you. Fuck you. I ain't gonna lie. Fuck you. I just feel like if I call you a beaner now, don't get mad. Okay, Mexico T is another non-black person that wishes they were cool as black person because if they were actually respected by people who grew up with, they wouldn't say the N-word. No bullshit. I know some motherfuckers that don't say the
I ain't
N-word.
gonna read all this shit out to y'all niggas. Pause the screen if you want to read.
I was. The fuck are you telling me to do that shit for if I was already doing it, Don? The fuck?
It.
Okay, it says whenever you have racists like white Latinos like that Mexican OT disrespecting black Americans, you ever have black coons like South Park is sucking the dick? The Mexican OT needs to get it out, but clearly Mexican OT needs. Okay. So let me get this straight. Mexican OT sat there on them black people podcast. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That's another thing. What the fuck you gonna do about it for all them black folk? I ain't gonna lie. I would have felt some type of way, gang. I just would have had we would have had a calm conversation, brother. I would say, what would you do if I called you a beaner? You know, despite knowing the history of the word and knowing where it come from and know, you feel me? How would you feel? And then me saying it after I say it, and after you question me saying the word, I go and say, the fuck you gonna do about it? Like, imagine a white man saying that. Like, this is crazy. Says Mexico T has been yeah.
Hispanics saying the N-word.
Now, what I will say, though, I'm not going to read the tweets to you, but what I will say is I saw a lot of black people calling for violence. That is also not the fucking answer.
Yeah, that's not the answer as well. Yeah.
We can't allow other people's ignorance or insensitivities.
There we go. That's a better word.
Cause you to become emotionally unbalanced. Who the fuck cares what, you know what I'm saying, this dude wants to say with, his mouth, bro? Pause, but.
Yeah.
What impact is that having on your life?
I'm gonna lie. And then me slapping the nigga. What if me slapping the nigga make it worse? Now he actually is racist. Rapist? Like, now he actually is racist though. Like, now he actually wants to see black people die and shit. Like, and he feels superior. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if he actually actively goes out his way now, since I slapped him across the face? Now he actually goes out his way to, like, I don't know, hurt black people or some shit. Now it's like, fuck. I done started a race war between Mexicans and black people because I slapped this nigga for saying the word. It's not a word, it's the word. It's the word he said. But I spent $100 on this, just to be like, nigga, you ain't up on this. Just to do that though.
How is it helping you or hurting you? It doesn't. And so, yeah, I think it's good to understand how to articulate why it isn't proper or isn't cool for people outside the race to say the N-word. For the sake of educating people. But if you are actually getting to the point where you're allowing that to emotionally disturb you, then I would say you've lost the plot.
You lost the plot, brother.
You know what I mean,
It doesn't affect me none. I couldn't care less about anything else. All right, but do I believe as a Hispanic person you should be challenging black people for your right to say it? I don't. Right? I feel like because you're not black, it should be the approach of, for those who don't mind me saying it, hey man, when I'm in your presence, I'm gonna say it and we can rock how we rock. For those who have a strong problem, who it affects, who me saying the word gives you trauma, I'm gonna respect your trauma not to say it when I'm around you. All right, I feel like that's the respectful thing, and that's the respectful way to answer. The other stuff to me is a little too much. Let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this? What do you guys think of Sauce Walker's defense of Mexican OT? Let me know. And if you're still watching, click on this video here somewhere on my screen. Somewhere here on my screen.
All right, so we figured out how this story started. Now let's check out how it's going.
Okay.
I thought we were done with this whole Mexican OT N-word saga, but apparently we're not. The situation is still being talked about, and now Mexican OT just lost his right-hand man and his biggest defender in this situation. Honestly,
Sauce Walker
may have been the only black person, at least with status, that defended Mexican OT. When Mexican OT's situation started to go viral, Sauce Walker ran to his phone and began defending Mexican OT, but it was the quickness and the aggressiveness that caught a lot of people by surprise and turned a lot of people off. Sauce Walker compared, say,
Player Kenzo in the chat says, what you gonna do about it? Make us look bad if we do nothing. This is why he can't say it. Here's what, and it's not even what we should do. All of the black artists should just not work with him.
No bullshit.
They should just not work with him.
Nah, just cut him off.
That's how you teach people.
That's
you
how
don't
you
gotta punch him or just don't work with him.
You just
now,
cut the ties.
That requires a level of understanding amongst black rappers
not to work
that
with
I don't think most young black rappers have.
Yeah.
I'll be real with you.
No.
They don't understand the history of this shit. They may know superficially, like most people, that they're not supposed to say it because they're not black, but they wouldn't be able to really articulate why that makes sense. And so, but that's really what you should do. You know, that's how you teach people. You hurt them in the pockets, a situation like this. If you wanted to do something, I don't think putting hands on bro is the answer. I think if you really care about it and you're a black person, but me personally, I wouldn't even call for people to do that because I just see this as a function of ignorance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
I'm not even.
I agree, though. I agree. I just feel like this nigga really don't know. Like, I feel like that's the case for a lot of, like I say, my people will perish for lack of knowledge. I really feel like a lot of, we just don't know, gang. We just don't know.
You're rooting to like boycott bro or anything like that. I just see a person who don't get it, and that is what it is.
The N-word to eat in a taco, and if you so dare to enjoy the savory tacos, then you can't be mad that somebody says the N-word. Regardless of where you stand on the N-word issue, we could all acknowledge that Sauce Walker comparison to eating tacos and saying the N-word is absolutely moronic. It sucks. It's stupid. Now, a lot of people looked at the aggressiveness in which Sauce Walker was defending Mexican OT, and they just dismissed it as pandering. Texas has a really huge Hispanic community. The consumer base for hip-hop is majority Hispanic in Texas. Sauce Walker is a hip-hop artist, so Sauce Walker kind of wanted to pander to that particular community.
Okay.
But apparently Sauce Walker, no less than a week later, is now changing his entire tone on the situation. Well. And it feels like he realized what the consequences are for, dare I say, owning, which to me is worse than his original.
So that's my, all right, so I'm right. So I'm right. This nigga Flacco fakes his stuttering. Or am I wrong? Because what the fuck was that?
I don't care what your opinion is on who can say the N-word and who can't. I'm never going to judge you. If you have a different opinion on a situation, I'm never going to be like, hey, bro, I can't be your friend for it. No, bro. This is one of those issues where, I don't feel like this issue is divided down a line of good people and bad people. That's just dumb. Some good people believe that, that Mexican OT can say the N-word. Some bad people don't believe that he can say the N-word.
It's like this. Growing up, I was taught that and I'm not trying to minimize this situation or this topic,
okay,
right? But hear me out. It's an analogy.
I'm listening, bro.
Growing up, I was taught that you're not supposed to eat with your elbows on the table, right?
Right.
It doesn't make you a good person. Doesn't make you a bad person. It's just one is proper and one is improper. If I saw one of my friends eating with his elbow on the table, more than likely, I wouldn't say anything.
Yeah,
but in my mind, I would think that's bad table manners. That's how I feel when I hear Hispanic people or other people of color or even white people, say the N-word. When I know they're not saying it from like a place of hate or anything like that. They're saying it just the same way I say it. They in their minds, it's the same thing, right? And they think maybe it's like a color thing, right? Yeah. Now, I'm brown, you're brown, so we're all good, right? Fuck the cops, am I right? Kind of thing. That's how I feel. When I hear them say it, I'm like, oh, all right. Well, if I was Mexican, I wouldn't say it, knowing what I know, but I'm not going to lose sleep over this.
Just like some good people believe that he shouldn't say it, and some bad people believe he should say it. So this is not a topic that I'm going to judge somebody's character on.
Right.
But what I would say
I don't think
as a man, you should have principles and convictions. And if your opinion is swaying based on the consequences, then that's not something I can respect as a man.
No bullshit. I agree with that too.
10 foot down as a soldier, say, that's my brother.
You did come out and say, this your nigga, this at the third. You got to stand on that. I ain't gonna lie, Sauce. You look worse than that. I ain't gonna lie.
He can say the N-word, leave him alone. We not rocking with that. We standing with him. I got to respect it.
Now, I don't got to do shit. I don't have to do a damn thing. But what I will respect though, is the fact that like he said that you standing on something. Okay, you stood on that for sure. But my respect goes out the way for surely. My respect goes out the way as soon as you be like, nah, never mind. What you mean, never mind, nigga? But it also depends, right? You could definitely have a change of heart. But how he came, right? He came so aggressive and all that shit. You gotta stand on that shit. Like niggas are dumb. You came off like niggas are dumb.
Cause I'm not willing to die for it. But when you flip-flopping in this manner, when you come back after you receive the consequences and the backlash from black folks, and now your reputation is tanking, and now your career is probably, in a very shaky place right now because black folks is looking at you crazy.
Yeah.
Especially in your previous stances where you come across as if you are a militant black man, as if you got boots on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
So now they're looking at you a little crazy. And then you instantly flip on your homie? Nah, son. And I'm not buying this excuse of, I didn't see the video. Cut it out, bruh. The video was a minute long. It was trending. You had to see that video to defend him in the first place.
Facts.
That man say, man, kid did Sauce Walker. I did an interview last night. Shout out to my boy. There's a project he be dropping some. The subject in hand, Mexican OT. See, now at first when I was speaking on, I was only talking about the shit I seen on Say Cheese with the girl and I on Say Cheese. My bro Denzel showed me the interview and showed me exactly verbatim what Mexican OT said on the interview on the podcast with all the women. OT, be wrong, ho.
Cut it out, cut.
Nah.
And this is not like a clip where you gotta watch the clip the full way. No, he said it literally within a couple of seconds within the clip. He said, "Hey, are there any black men?"
We know what this is. Hey, nigga, no more. No bullshit. We know.
To tell me that you didn't see that particular clip and you was defending him saying the N-word with the veracity in which you did, I don't believe it, bro. I'm not buying it not one bit.
Me neither, gang.
He literally said it within the first few seconds.
Do you feel
I ain't gonna lie, Flacco, back the fuck up. I ain't gonna lie, Flacco, gang. Back the fuck up, nigga. Back up. I ain't gonna lie, you too fucking close to this goddamn camera looking like that, gang. I ain't gonna lie, you look like a duck. You look like a goddamn duck, gang. And it's like, yo, bruh. Y'all talk about Dabo, the #1 chop nigga. I ain't gonna lie, Flacco gots to be top 5, not 5. Can't even lie to you. What the fuck am I looking at right now, gang? This free frame is it's crazy. This free frame is wild, bro. This free frame is crazy, my nigga. And then on top of that, like I say, he always stuttering everywhere else. His own videos, this nigga don't stutter. And then I heard this nigga say cocoon. So now I'm really believing this nigga fake his stuttering. You gotta fake your shit, Flacco. I don't like you, Flacco. I'm taking everything you say with a grain of salt now, gang.
One bit. He literally said it within the first few seconds.
Do you feel like you could say the N-word?
I feel like I can say it, but not because of that, and I'm gonna tell you why. I wish there were some black dudes in here.
Because he's like, I'm gonna test him. I'm gonna show you I really ain't scared to say it.
Right. And it's not and it's like, gang, it's not about being scared to say it or anybody pressing you. And I also feel like the fact that he thinks that is the problem, though. Like, and I don't feel like he thinks that for no reason, though. Because I also believe that a lot of Hispanic people believe that as well. On some like they say him having to prove the point of, nigga, I'll say it in front of, it's not, I'm not scared of nobody, this, that, and the gang. It's not about that. And I feel like the fact that you think it is where we have the problem. The fact that niggas think that's the, you know what I'm saying, like that's the answer. Like her I feel like he got her asking that question on some, you know what I'm saying, on some testing my gangster shit. Like Cleo Trapper, my fault. Cleo Trapper, her asking, do you feel like you can say the N-word? I feel like he took that in a like, I feel like I can say the N-word because no one's going to stop me. And I don't think that's the appropriate answer. And I feel like the mindset of that is wrong as well.
Actually didn't say the word, though, during the interview.
Okay, well, we're going to use him. What the fuck you going to do about it, you know? And then second of all, I grew up loving these mother.
Also notice he didn't look at the black guy.
Nope.
He's like, oh, we're going to use him. Then he looks at the
light-skinned
woman.
Yeah, he looks at the lady.
What are you going to do about it?
Right.
Right. I grew up eating with them. I grew up fucking doing bad shit with them. I grew up loving with them.
I promise you, he ain't saying that on, O Block, Compton. He ain't.
I got family. And it's not even about.
You know what's crazy though? I seen this other Mexican gangster and all that stuff. He come out and matter of fact, let me play the clip. Let me find it, bro. What's his name? Like Lefty or Swifty or something like that, bro. It's like Lefty something. Don't say the N-word. He literally goes on and explain why he don't say the N-word, because like,
one thing you never seen me do is say the N-word in a music video. I've never done it. When you're in prison, man, I can't use the restroom. I can't walk through their way. They can't walk through my way. I can't use their phone. They can't use my phone. I can't drink from their water. They can't drink from my water. So in prison, they teach you that, hey, fool, hold up with that, chill. The blacks, So that's the way that I'm taught. One thing you never.
Okay, that was not really what I was looking for at all. Okay, let's see it.
Yeah. You know who I wanna hear you on a song with? Cardi
Cardi B.
Cardi, like for real.
When I said, yeah, I wanted to do.
No, that'd be
I was supposed
hard.
to fuck everybody I do a song with. So like,
I'm gonna stop. No, I'm gonna stop you. It's the Drake. We talk.
no, I'm telling you that.
No, wait.
Okay, right here.
Going, you know why it's so easier for me? Because I'm an essay. And you know, essays really rapping like that. If I was black, it'd be different because there's some very talented black artists.
Right.
But for the essays,
The lane wide open.
I ran through it real quick. You know what I'm saying? Ran through it to the top real quick. And one thing, I do not say the N-word.
Yep.
I said they may have caught me slipping, talking around the homies. It's real fluent with my people to say that. To each is his own. Some do, some don't. But I'm not going to walk up to the big homie on the yard and Pelican Bay and go, what's up, mate? You know what I'm saying? Hell nah. That shit is out. That shit is out. I don't do that. So if I'm not gonna do it there, why would I do it right here?
Right.
But I be around so many homies that say that, it's like it slips out like sometimes. But on a rap song, nah. With my platform, never.
Okay, so maybe he has a different perspective on why he doesn't say the N-word. I thought his perspective was coming from like a respect
I
angle.
don't switch up. I don't say the N-word in none of my lyrics.
Did you have to stop at a certain point?
I just would never say it in none of my lyrics. I wasn't raised that way.
You didn't grow up saying it at all?
I mean, sometimes, you know, when I was younger, like, no, but I got beat up out there, you know, happy real quick. There's no blacks around me, so I never would say it, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so maybe his perspective is slightly different. He just said there was no blacks around him. All right.
Family, even if I wasn't related to nobody out black, I mean, well, shit, what the fuck I'm surrounded by, you know? Like, I respect people that they feel that way, and that's why I try to shut the fuck up about it.
Right.
But if you're from where I'm from, or anywhere, what
Does
the
he
fuck
say it
you
in
gonna
his
do about
music, even though?
Yeah.
it?
Like, I feel like this was such an unnecessary.
Nah, he says it in his music. I ain't gonna lie, Don. That was a crazy question. I feel like why would it be a question for them to ask if it's if you know what I'm saying, if he says the N-word or this or that and he doesn't say the N-word like in his music, like, you know what I'm trying to say? It doesn't make sense. He's a rapper.
Fucking crash out if he doesn't even put the word in his songs.
You know, it's like I don't
Don.
went to the jungle and earned a lot.
Don, gang. It wouldn't be a question if he didn't put the word in the songs. Don, what are you talking about right now, gang?
Lion's Head. You know,
I feel like a lot of people that are from Latino descent here in New York feel that same way. The Puerto Ricans, the Dominicans.
I mean, shit. Just, I mean, and not even trying to justify, but shit, y'all just got dropped off before us. That's all it is. We thought
What the fuck?
I ain't hear all that. What?
When did
What?
Americans, white Europeans, go into Mexico, capture them, drag them into America to force them to work against their will? Now, they did try to enslave the Native Americans, and you could make the argument that the Native Americans and the Mexicans, they're like kind of related, right? They're in a way.
Yeah, in a way.
I mean, modern Mexicans are descendants of the people who were native to this land, and they did try to enslave the Native Americans, but it didn't work because they knew the territory too well. This is my biggest rebuttal. It's not even a rebuttal because I don't care to argue it.
Right.
There are a lot of black people, especially in the FBA community, the Foundational Black Americans, who believe that black people are native. A large percentage of the black people who are enslaved were native to the land. But there just are a couple things that are problematic with that. One, if that's the case, why weren't they also ravaged by smallpox? It's clear they had a different immune system than the Native Americans who were ravaged by smallpox. Secondly, why were they not able to escape like the Native Americans? You know what I'm saying? The Native Americans, they knew the land and the territory so well, they would just run away and not get caught because they knew the land so well. So why is it that only Native Americans, if we're entertaining this idea that people who look like, you know, black people, Africans, were native to this land, why were they the only ones that sucked at running away? Why did all the ones that look like, you know, Native Americans, aka Indians, why were they the only ones that were good at navigating the land and escaping? So those two things make me very skeptical of this idea that a large percentage of the black people in this country who are foundational black Americans, that their ancestors weren't brought here on a boat. But that's my thought on that. I could be wrong though. It's not a big deal to me one way or another.
we from the same boat.
So no, I'm not buying at all, not one bit whatsoever. This claim that, oh man, I didn't see that part of the clip. Cut it out. Yes, you did, man. And this still won't help. He would have been better off, to be honest, if he would have just stuck to his guns and talked to Mexican OT in private. Because the people who are upset at you, the people who are trying to cancel you, the people who aren't going to listen to your music anymore because you had the strong stance you had initially, they still won't like you. They still won't let up on you. They still won't listen to your music because you're not even addressing the real issue. They are mad at you because you said Mexican OT can say the N-word. And now you're coming back to say, well, man, listen, man, he wrong for how he said it in the clip, but he can still say the N-word though. Bro, if that was your stance, you should have just stuck to your guns. Now you've successfully isolated both sides. Now the people who love Mexican OT don't rock with you. And now the people who believe that no Mexicans should say the N-word, they still not rocking with you. You have successfully isolated yourself and put yourself dead smack in the middle of this issue where
Full of violent, from Houston, full of violent, like myself, TSF, any nigga that's really from the H like that, we was having that conversation and you said it in that way. Y'all said, because who's going to do shit about it? There would have been 6 niggas in the room raising their hands saying they want to fight you. You know that. You know how this shit get down in Houston. You a Texas Crip. If a nigga come up to you and say, Mexican OT, you ain't no Crip. And what you gonna do about it? You gonna want to fight about that. This nigga in the room gonna say, who ain't what's squabble? And that's where the disrespect and the third part is, OT. Because at the end of the day, you know there's nothing but women in that room. There's a bunch of girls in that room. It was a now violent street nigga that come.
See, if he had started like this,
Yeah, gang. If you would have started that
if
like
he had started like this, everybody would have been on his side.
yeah,
Because he's
make-
doing both. He's one, not saying Mexican OT, you can't say the word. But he's also saying, nigga, what's all this extra shit about what you gonna do about it?
Right.
What's all this extra shit? That shit unnecessary and disrespectful as fuck for no reason.
right.
And so, if he started like this, nobody would be clowning Sauce Walker. that's
Nobody
for sure.
would.
When you
Yeah.
come
Well,
from a
I don't
different
know. I definitely would have, cause that taco egg roll shit is crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I definitely would not agree with the taco egg roll shit.
Or that's from somewhere else that's gonna disagree with you and with their statement to the point to where they'll fight you about that or they'll do something about it. So therefore, that's what people in the general public are gonna take it like that's hokey because you're doing something in the setting where people are gonna consider it. It's safe to say that right there and right there. Would you possibly say that around a room full of?
there's never a point where I've been in some controversy and thought, man, I wish that Sauce Walker had my back. I don't even think Sauce Walker is the best person to have your back on this particular issue, man. If Mexican OT could finesse it to where Dr. Umar Johnson could have his back, I don't know, Charlemagne,
This is why OT.
California, and they have an issue with Mexican OT saying the N-word. And I've done a pretty good job at kind of highlighting like the side of Sauce Walker and folks who believe that he should be able to say it, that I haven't really highlighted the people who don't believe he should say it. So let's check out OT being able to say the N-word.
I better chill out with all that N-word stuff. I just seen Mexican OT. I knew this was coming. Had an interview. 2 black chicks asked him, do you think Hispanics should be able to say the N-word? He says, man, I wish it was some black dudes in here right now. Look around, spit black dude. They say, it was a black dude right there. He said, okay, cool. If I do say it, what the f gonna do about it? And this is why I don't give no passes. It ain't even the fact that you grew up with blacks. It ain't the fact that the blacks you grew up with accept you saying it. It's the fact that you cocky and basically acting like all blacks, period, is just marks and ain't finna do nothing for you saying it.
That was the problem to me.
That's when niggas, hold on, what you mean what the fuck we gonna do? What you trying to say? That's
Yeah.
when the niggas start getting
Yeah,
beat the fuck.
that's where it come an issue. You didn't have to say what the fuck you gonna do. You feel me, brother, man. But that's why I feel like I said, him getting, when she asked, so you say the N-word, right? And he immediately thinking like he has to defend himself is the problem. Like he immediately thinking he has to boast about it, and you know what I'm saying, is the problem. Why do you think that way? You feel me?
Lines. Oh man, they cool, this and that. No, you cool with your homies, nigga. Around
Facts.
every other black is out.
Yeah, bro, and that's why I'll say, like, look, I'm not gonna fucking make a big deal.
Yeah,
about
I'm
it.
not.
If you
Facts.
say it around
The wrong
black
nigga,
people and you
yeah.
get your ass beat, I'll also say you deserved it.
Yeah, because
You kind of walked into that one.
Yeah, brother.
You know.
If I don't know you, I'm smacking this you straight up. That's me personally.
I don't even like my people that I know that are other races. Don't like that I know. Don't say that around me or to me. Me personally, I feel like again, you have people who grow up and you know people gonna say it, but I don't like to communicate in that way with other people, and that's why I try not to even call other races what's up, my nigga. Ever just I don't even want to give niggas an impression that it's cool to do that.
Like you just said, bro, we got to press that line, homie. And once they know you're not playing, that's when everybody's like, oh, okay, I'm going to chill out. And then if it is going to be an issue, then it's up at that point.
Bro should have stood up and crashed him, honestly, because like now you pretty much tested me.
Oh
You know,
God,
like,
you
know,
test.
Yeah, but that's where you get.
On God, but yeah, I feel what Dom about to say. Fuck, you said it before me, nigga. What would that prove? It wouldn't prove anything, gang. It wouldn't prove anything. I definitely think I definitely think it wouldn't prove anything. No bullshit. It wouldn't prove anything.
It's foolish. I guess if you have nothing to lose and you're bored, okay. But catching a case or even just putting yourself or another person in danger of bodily harm. I mean, people die in street fights all the time. Shit escalates all of the one. You punch a nigga, now somebody pulling out a knife, now someone else pulling out a gun.
Right.
What do you win? What do you win? Even if you beat his ass and he doesn't press charges and he just takes the L like a man because he tried to test you and you stood up to him and you won. What did you win, really? How did you improve the condition of black people in America? How have you improved the condition of your own life? I don't see any win there. So that's why I think it's a waste of time, a waste of energy. College.
Some in here.
Bro, that's why you can't offend white people. That's why white people, there's nothing you can call a white person. Like even the C word, right? Do you think there are any white people who actually get offended by that word?
Nah.
Because they're a part of the most powerful group in America. The wealthiest group.
They laugh and be like, oh, you're black.
And
I ain't gonna lie though, chat. I think that's gonna wrap it up for me though, bro. I feel like, yeah. My closing thoughts are, hey man, don't say it around the wrong people, bro. That's me personally. I personally don't care, like in the sense of I'm not gonna get riled up and tell you to stop. But, you know, just acknowledge the history. Acknowledge that some people actually feel a type of way about it. You know what I'm trying to say? You know, it's different for others. But all right, man. Y'all will see these clips on TikTok. I promise you. Y'all will see all these. I'm gonna be famous. They'll be like, "Oh my gosh, I just seen the YouTube video. I mean, VOD or stream." All right, bye.